From the culture of the American South, where roots hold stories, comes a natural deodorant inspired by generations of wisdom. Introducing Rootwork, the all-natural foundational Black American-based deodorant infused with the magic of High John the Conqueror root. Our unique blend enriched with this legendary root offers 24-hour protection, rooted in the power of nature. Embrace this deodorant that celebrates culture, history, and your well-being. Unlock the magic of Rootwork today. Experience the pure essence of nature. Visit rootworkstyle.com and make the switch to a healthier cultural choice.
Racist. They love to point the finger. Well, the Republicans are the racists, or the Democrats are the racists. That's a con game. Don't go for that. Ain't that right, Nathaniel? Just getting.
Hey, Tariq, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Nathaniel. How are you?
I'm great. Well, congratulations on the population gain that you FBAs have been experiencing. It's bad for us, but good for you. So congrats on that.
And then how do you feel about that? How do you feel about your numbers in the white supremacist community? They're really tanking right now. And the Black numbers are just jumping up so high. How do y'all feel about that?
I think it's disastrous for everyone, no matter if you're white or Black or Asian or Hispanic, because you know this truly that we're the only people who are really keeping our society intact. We help keep the satellites in the air. We help keep your sewage kept in place. We help keep your electricity on. We're the reason why you go and put some hot pockets in the microwave and it works.
Let's slow it down, sir, because some of the Gullah Geechee brothers and sisters were some of the first people with creating sewer systems and water systems over there in South Carolina centuries ago. So we knew how to do that. We knew how to create sewer systems and water systems. We knew how to get bamboo trees and tree stumps and tree trunks and filter water here and there. So we already knew how to do that, sir. We were the ones who were literally clearing the brush in the country. And I think, to be honest, if it weren't for white supremacy, I think we'd be more advanced. I think our advancement has been limited because of white supremacy. So I think we'd be having flying cars if Black folks were running the show. But go ahead.
How have we stopped you in modern times? You haven't given any evidence or proof that that is the case. That's hypothetical.
Sir, every piece of Black progress is thwarted by your community. That's the proof. Name part of our progress that's not thwarted by your community. Just name one thing.
I can't name one thing that you guys have improved upon.
Right.
Because you're just not competent enough.
You can't think what we improved upon?
Can you name something invention.
Sir, what didn't we improve upon? What didn't we have a hand in creating?
Look, you guys always bring up these inventions that happened in the 18th century, the 19th century. Where are your modern inventions within the last 20 years? Racism has declined.
They're still here. They're still here, and they've just added upon them. They're still here, sir. They're still here. Those inventions are still here.
If you're these ingenious inventors, where are your inventions now? Why haven't you invented anything in the last 20 years? Name one Black inventor now in modern time.
Sir, whenever we invent something happens to us. Damn, you had a brother, Moses, our brother Moses West. He had a water machine. And
he did not invent that. No, he took parts of white people and he put it together like Lego pieces.
Stop. And then your community tried to do a bootleg version of it. So you're doing it now. You're stealing from us now. There was another brother in Buffalo. Yeah, yes, he did. There was another brother in Buffalo who had a water system for a car that could run on water. He got mysteriously shot by a white supremacist at a grocery store. So you see how things always happen to us when we start inventing things. It happens to us now. It's always happening to us. Why do you think that coincidence keep popping up?
Whether it be Lewis, Latimer, or West, you guys didn't invent those. You took white inventions and then you changed some things up. And then you put your name on it. That's not an invention. That's thievery, which is something you guys are advanced at.
Edison. Thomas Edison would do that, sir. That's what you guys do. As our good brother Kaba Kamene said, all the white supremacists did was create the patent office to steal everybody's stuff.
So
Right?
if that's the case, why haven't you invented anything in the last 20 years? We whites have invented a
Well,
lot in the
we
last
have
20 years.
you-
Name one
everything
thing.
we create. I just named a couple of things that you tried to do that might not say so, sir. Every time we create something, you just kind of steal it. Yeah?
So you're saying it's gotten worse. Racism has gotten worse. We've stolen more in the last 20
No,
years
no,
than.
because we're subjugated by the white supremacists, and in subjugation, everything you create becomes party to the subjugator. They can just come along and take it, and that's what they've done. That's why we have to replace the system of white supremacy with the system of justice. You see?
So there's 44 million FBAs in our country, and you guys don't do
Mm-hmm.
anything for us. And that's an issue. If you were productive, innovative, you stayed in school, you got married, you had kids who were not prone to do crime, we would appreciate 44 million. But unfortunately, that 44 million is disastrous. It's not good for our country.
So, as a suspected white supremacist, what do you think the solution should be for all of us useless black folks? What should your community do about our uselessness?
Well, you guys seem to have this obsession with being near us, which I don't know why. I mean, you talk all the time about
We have the
intermingling.
we have the obsession.
Yes.
Sir, you were the one. You were the ones who were the slave catchers, and you had all types of laws that prevented us from getting away from your ass, sir. We desperately tried to get away from you. We fought tooth and nail trying to get away from you, and you were making sure that we were caught. The modern police agencies that we have now comes from you trying to catch us to keep us somewhere near you. So please don't go there, sir. Your whole culture is about
So where did your
capturing us and
ancestors go?
keeping us. Sir, why do y'all want to keep us next to you so much?
Look, Trump
No,
gave you
no, 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 no,
1,200. Biden gave
no,
you
no,
another
no, no,
800. You
no,
could have you.
no. Why does your community want to keep us next to you so much?
We don't, which is why we
Yeah,
had
you
Jim
do,
Crow
sir.
laws. Why would we
You
have
do.
Jim Crow laws?
Yeah, the Jim Crow laws was to keep us out of white neighborhoods, but you could always come into black neighborhoods. That's why the Jim Crow laws. You stayed in black neighborhoods. Jim Crow laws were to keep us
Why
out
would
of
we want to
your.
go to a war zone?
It wasn't a war zone, sir. Not a war zone. You guys
So why
stay
did
in.
you fight to end the Jim Crow laws?
You always in the 1960s. That's when we fought. We said, "Hey, enough is enough. We got to put foot to ass." So we start putting foot to that ass and got
So
them
let
laws
me
changed.
ask you.
Right,
So
right, right,
post-slavery,
right. Because you like to change the
no,
subject.
no. This is on subject with what we're talking about with the immigration thing about you guys wanting to be near us so much. So
No,
post-slavery,
we didn't want to be
what
near
did
you so much. We didn't want to be near you. That's a fantasy that you have. We were not trying to get near
your
you.
ancestors?
No, they weren't.
So what's what you just talked
What?
about the Civil
What?
Rights Act of 1964? What did that do? What did that do?
That was to stop you guys from lynching us if we went to a certain neighborhood. That allowed us
Exactly.
that allowed us to
You
exercise our rights all over the country because we're paying taxes all over the damn country. So we shouldn't be harmed going into a neighborhood where our tax dollars are going, sir. That's called being a
what
full
type of
citizen.
neighborhoods were you trying to go to?
No,
What type of
our
neighborhoods?
neighborhood.
Who were in
If
those
it
neighborhoods?
if my tax dollars are funding that neighborhood, it's my goddamn neighborhood. I'm trying to go in my neighborhood.
No, you're trying to go to white neighborhoods. You're
No,
evading the
if
question.
my money is
Trying
over
to go
there,
to white neighborhoods.
if you're eating off my money, I'm going in that neighborhood too to get some of that land or whatever. You're living off
That
our
is some
money.
circular logic.
That's not circular logic, sir. Our tax dollars pay for everything in this country, and we're going to enjoy every bit of it. You're not going to sit up here living high off the hog, and we're on the plantation. We stopped that plantation bullshit by putting foot to your ass. You understand? And
Why
y'all don't
can't you
like.
just admit that?
And no. Why don't you admit you're
Just admit that
salty?
your ancestors
No,
were
no, no, no,
wrong.
no, no, no,
Admit
no.
your
You're
ancestors were wrong.
no. You're salty about what happened in the 1960s, aren't you? You're salty that black
You,
people put foot to that ass and made you give them rights up like you're supposed to and made you get some act right. Because a
Well,
lot of
you
you
burned
whites,
down the country in order
a
to
lot,
get that,
a
so
lot of
you
you
had
whites
to.
are
It's
very,
called
is what'd you say?
it's called force. You burn down the country, so in
Yeah,
theory, it's either the whole country would have been destroyed,
right,
or we have,
right.
which is
And you're mad
horrible.
about it, and that makes you angry that we were burning down the whole country.
And you
And
do it
we're,
every 4 years. It's sad, yes.
well,
Many people
then
lives lost.
why don't you do the right thing? Why do you have to let it get
What do
there
you want from us? What do you guys want from us? Just leave us
to
alone. This
practicing?
is maddening.
Do you think it was cool to have lynchings?
Just leave. If you would have left to Africa,
Left
it
what?
would have
It's
never
our
happened.
You knew booty. How you gonna tell us to leave and you're an immigrant? You come from an immigrant background. We
You
don't.
didn't do anything.
Sir, you didn't do anything in Europe but eat potatoes and pick lice out your ass. You're an immigrant, not us. How you gonna come over here
Even
and tell
you,
us where we need to go?
even you admit subconsciously that all of the problems that we're facing today with immigration is because of your ancestors,
Why
because they
don't you?
fought for these
Okay,
immigrants to be able to
so
come over via the
so
14th Amendment, via the Civil Rights Act of
which
1964,
we
via
created.
all these things your ancestors did.
The 14th Amendment, that was something that we put in order. We
So,
put in.
so do you admit?
So,
Do you admit that it was a
so
mistake? Admit
stop.
it, that your
No,
ancestors messed up and they
no,
destroyed our country
no,
because of
no,
it.
no, 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 no. The white supremacists, your anti-black racism destroys the country, sir. And if it's so bad, why don't you go back to Europe
Talk about the 14th
with
Amendment.
if it's so bad over here, why don't you go back to Europe?
Because you're there too.
No, I'm not. Foundational Black
Black
Americans are
people are
in
there
Europe.
too.
Well, you go talk to them. You got some African people over there. I'm not the representatives of people in Africa. You have to talk to them. Go back to Europe, sir. If it's so bad over here, you ain't leaving. Why not?
You can't talk about immigration without us invoking how it was your ancestors' fault.
No,
You
sir.
can't.
We're
You just can't.
non-immigrants. We are the only non-immigrants over here, sir. We ain't got nothing to do with you fleeing Europe. Why don't you flee back? Just going back over there if you don't like it. Right?
The immigration issue is because of you guys. Your ancestors fought for
Sir,
birthright citizenship,
right.
correct? Yes or
Why
no?
don't you go back home to your ancestry with the
Because we
leprechauns,
built this country.
a pot of gold over there in Ireland, sir? Because aren't you Irish? Go get you some pot of gold and leprechauns and Irish stew and potatoes, all that good stuff. Go back home, right?
Your ancestors destroyed this country,
Don't
and
worry
you
about
guys are
my
continuing that legacy.
country. I'm a foundational Black American. Wouldn't be no country without my family. Y'all couldn't immigrate over here without my family. If it's so
And that's
bad,
the issue.
never
Yes,
back.
yes.
Sir.
You guys caused the immigration issue.
If it's so bad, go back to Ireland. Right? Problem solved. You wouldn't be around
Firstly,
us.
I'm Italian, and Ireland is one of the richest countries in the world per capita. So
Oh, stop.
that's
Oh,
not.
the per capita. Oh, you
Oh,
white
I'm sorry,
supremacists.
you guys didn't take math
Yep,
class, so you
yep,
don't know that. You don't
the
know what
per
per
capita.
capita is.
Your per capita is white supremacist gibberish. Y'all always talking about some damn per capita. Ireland
Yes,
didn't
that's
get it together. Ireland didn't get
yeah.
their shit together to the 90s. And Italy, if you don't stop, Italy is still in rubbles. And why don't you go to Palmetto? What part of Italy your family from? You don't even know because it probably wasn't even Italy yet.
Sicily.
Okay, well, get your black ass back to Sicily because there's a bunch of black folks over there now.
You keep saying white supremacy. This is so just. It's torturous. You saying this in 2024. It doesn't even exist.
Well, just because you're pretending it doesn't, that's not going to make it true. You think I believe you?
All right, then when did it begin? When did it begin then?
It began with the Spanish. That's when it began, when they started to have race-based targeting in Spain. And then they brought that over here. They started to have blood quantum laws in Spain. So that's when it began. And then they brought that over here and started using pejorative terms for people based on skin color. When they were getting the black Moors out of Spain, they had to come up with an ideology to justify getting all those black Moors out of Spain, sir. And that demonic ideology is still here to this day.
It doesn't exist, and
It
It's
does
so
exist.
sad that FBAs
And
are so.
it does exist. White supremacy exists because it's all about your genetic survival. Because when those black folks
You know
were
what FBA
dominating,
stands for?
when
Forever
those,
blaming America.
yeah,
You're
yeah, yeah.
forever blaming America. That's all you guys do. You
Okay.
fake believe Americans.
And then you're not going back to Sicily, though, are you?
You don't do anything. Name one positive contribution FBAs have today in modern society. Stop talking about the past. Stop talking about the 1800s. What are you guys doing today to improve our country?
More than
You can't name
Sicilian.
one thing.
More than Sicilian.
Name one thing.
More than Sicilians. Name a Sicilian icon right now.
See, that's the thing. You guys think in terms of entertainment,
Cricket.
music, athletics.
I didn't
That's
say
not
nothing about.
society.
I didn't say
Society is much
nothing
more
about.
than
I
dribbling.
didn't say nothing about anything. I said icon. Name a
There doesn't
Sicilian.
need to be an icon. That's the issue with you guys. You always think
Name
of
a
who's the
Sicilian
most popular
icon.
person.
I can name Dr. King. That's an icon. Foundation of Black American. Dr. Francis
Again, I'm
Cress.
talking about modern day. These people are not here anymore, unfortunately.
We have icons now. Kyrie Irving is an icon. Cornel West is an icon.
Again,
Cornel West is.
Cornel what? What
He's
does
an
he
icon.
do except for spew
He's an
Democrat
intellectual,
talking
very
points?
smart brother. He's an intellectual, very smart brother. He's very iconic. I'm an icon. I'm loved all around the world. I'm an icon. You know that? They love me all over the world. I'm an icon.
All those people, including you, are entertainment or some media-based thing. So
I'm an
I don't
activist.
see what you guys are doing today.
I'm not in Hollywood I'm not in the Hollywood system. I'm an activist. I'm entertaining as an activist, but my work is activism, sir. But you haven't named a Sicilian icon at all because you don't have any, sir. You haven't had
Because we're
anything.
working behind the scenes. The everyday Italian is working his 9 to 5. He's getting off. He's going home to his wife and his kids, who he's married to.
Okay, sir, the nerve of you to talk about black criminality, the only thing you guys are known for is organized damn crime. That's all you're really known for, sir. And you have the nerve to sit here to point the fingers at foundational Black Americans. You're known for the mafia, dude. That's your icon right there. Mafia.
It's funny because I go through your page and all I see is a bunch of videos of blacks committing crime, but you do it under the guise of, they're not FBA. Thank you for that, though, by the way.
Because you white supremacists have to cherry pick that in order to project and make yourself feel better.
I mean, you literally just post videos of black people doing crimes on your timeline, but it's all no, they're not FBA.
That's a damn lie. I don't post videos like that. I don't like those kind of videos because there's cherry pick. That's what World Star for. I don't post that stuff, sir.
You posted a video of a degenerate FBA twerking at a baby shower. You posted a video of
to let folks know
non-FBA
criticism. And my criticism is the white record labels that promote that stuff. That's where my criticism is. When I see some degenerate at some record label doing some weird, but she's put out there by white executives, and that's the culprit right there.
And they must be paying you because you promoted it.
No, I call it out every time I see it because we're never going to normalize that, because you white supremacists try to make that a part of black culture, and it's not. It's something that we oppose. You see?
So why is it only that FBAs have this issue?
Y'all let the mafia and all of that stuff wreak havoc, and y'all don't say nothing because y'all normalize that. See, we call out
the mafia isn't here today. So why aren't they here today then? Why is the mafia not here today?
Stop it, dude.
Where's the mafia today?
They're still here. You think the mafia disappeared? You think they busted them up?
Where are they?
New York, Chicago, Vegas. Yeah, they're still around.
Those places are dominated by FBA crime, not mafia crime.
Stop, sir. Stop. Lord, stop. It's not dominated by
prison. Go through the jail records and the mugshots. They're all FBAs. You're not going to see a mafia mugshot in recent times. This isn't the 1960s and 50s. You have to get out of there. You FBAs need to come to the present and contribute in the present. This is why this 45 million number that you guys have is useless. It's destructive
Sir,
to the country.
we're fine. As long as we didn't flee like you. You're the one who fled. We didn't. That's how bad your community was. You had to flee, and you won't even go back. So you can't talk about us.
FBA stands for fled before Africans. You guys fled first.
We didn't.
You
No.
didn't teleport to the Americas. You fled Africa.
Sir, you came over here. Your family came over here in a musty suit and a can of ravioli, and you are never going back. All right? You're
And
never
you
going.
guys came in some stuff slave ship. Like you
No,
were packed like sardines in the
some
bottom
did,
decker.
some did, but most didn't, sir. There were
Most
some.
did.
There
We
were
was
some.
Indians.
We were Aborigines. Yes, we were. We were already here, sir. There were a lot of black
And how
people
did you
already.
get there?
We were already here. We came over in many different waves. We were already here. Scientists have proved
Name
this.
one.
Lucia
How
woman.
did you get there?
When they find the oldest fossils here is a black woman, sir.
This is like a science fiction novel. How did you get to the Americas? You
Sir.
teleported?
Well, sir, we rode on a spaghetti plate from Italy. That's how Marco Polo brought us over with some SpaghettiOs. All right, that's how we
I
got.
found Hidden Colors. They put it in the science fiction section of the library at my local library. I actually saw it. I was like, why is it in the science fiction section? It should be in the...
And I looked for your icons, and they were at Never Never Land because they don't exist. All right, you ain't got no icons. You ain't got no heroes. That's why you mad. You ain't got no. You can't make a documentary because you ain't got nobody to make a documentary about. You got to make up a fairy tale. You got to make up Peter Pan stories. You ain't got no icons. But anyway, Nathan, let me get some more people in here. Because I know you probably got some chicken tetrazzini on the stove. All right. We always got the whiny white supremacist calling up with his nonsense, but won't take his ass back to Italy. All right. And let's get Barbara Pennyfeather. All right, Barbara Pennyfeather.
Hello.
All right, well, you don't sound like a Barbara.
No, there's a long story behind that. It was a Halloween costume.
Okay. And so are you taking a piss in your trailer park?
No, sir. No. I'm a man that dressed
Okay.
as an old lady for Halloween, and
Oh, okay.
turned it into I guess my Twitter account, I suppose. Uh,
Okay. So I guess you did sitting down. All right. So
well,
what's
I'm
on your
pretty tall,
mind?
so sometimes, if the
Okay.
toilet's too
All right.
short, But hey, that guy
Yeah.
you're just talking to, you forgot about
Yeah.
Gabagool.
Oh yeah.
You forgot about the
Yes.
gabagool. But there's,
Yeah.
the thing is, when something becomes famous, he's like, name one black scientist, name one, there's probably millions of black scientists working in America in labs that don't get recognition for each individual product they come up with, because that's kind of how corporate America works. You know,
Right.
back in the olden times, the post emancipation, but definitely, there's still a lot of silent racism going on. But um, you know,
All right. Thank you so much. Okay. He's taking forever to get to a point. Shit. All right. Let's get Zohab. Zohab Bakuri. I think I'm pronouncing your name right. Zohab. Mr. Zohab, hop on. And I see you, Trinity. Let me get Trinity in a second. But Zohab waiting on Zohab. And I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, sir. But Zohab, while we're waiting on you, let's get Trinity in here. All right, Trinity. All right, where you at, Trinity? Oh, Trinity, unmute your microphone if you can. All right. Well, while we're waiting on Trinity and Zohab, let's get Joel in here. Joel, the conservative. Joel. Joel.
Mr.
What's a lot
Tariq,
of people?
how are you? How's your day going? Or
I'm,
night, I should say.
I'm good. It's going along very great, Mr. Joel. What part of the country are you in right now, sir?
Oh no! I'm in Tasmania. You might remember me from before.
Oh, I remember.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
I hope
So what's on your mind?
you're going well. Yeah, I've just been listening in. Interesting stuff. But I don't. I mean, obviously, I'm not. It's not relevant to my part of the world in a way. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm just interested. I've been reading about some of your other stuff as well. So I'm just going to do that. We've got the birds in the sky. We've got the cricket oval over the road, and
Yeah.
it's a sunny. Well, it's not really a sunny. It's an overcast day.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. You ain't got shit to say. All right, let's get on.